Yo, y'all know what it is, and we're back with another. They say, see, you see how calm I said it? Calm I said it? I said it calm because she always says that. You sound so aggressive.
No, you've been actually really calm today.
Today? I just got here.
I know.
Now the aggression's coming
We still got time.
Now what's going on, though?
Nothing much, man.
Good?
Living the dream.
You took a trip again. I see.
Where'd I go?
Didn't you go to New Orleans?
Oh, I did. Damn. Yeah, I forgot.
Drugs can do you bad,
You
people.
know, shit. Stay off them shrooms, y'all. Yes, I did. I took Joseph to New Orleans, to NOLA, to go see LSU. You know, every spring break, right. Parents, go take your kids to colleges just for the hell of it. I took them to go see LSU. We walked the campus. Mm-hmm. Big-ass football stadium. I mean, huge.
Okay, so you went to Oregon last year, right?
My favorite school, yep.
Okay, so what was the difference that you've seen between the two? Not culture, because we know the difference between the culture. We're not even learning. But as far as the college, like what was...
I will say that, okay, Oregon is very much scholastic, but it's more of a friendlier environment, as meaning like it's more like fun.
Gotcha.
It has a fun environment. You go to LSU, people there, it's like, I want to fucking be the president of the United States. Don't fucking talk to me.
Wait.
That's the feel you get when you walk around that fucking campus. Yes. It's all about business.
Them videos be lying because they be acting like they be over there like Baton Rouge, you know what I'm saying, acting up and, having fun and partying. I'm sure they do, but...
I'm sure. I mean, every school is going to party.
Right.
But no, they're about business.
Very serious?
It's very serious.
Got you.
Oregon, it was fun. Like, even when we went to... Because I take Joseph in classes. We sit there for like 5 minutes just so you get the experience, Yeah. Even the class environment was different. We went to LSU and we sat into a stock class. Them suckers were like, don't talk to me. I need to know about NASDAQ right now.
Damn.
But it was cool. So Joseph did not like it. He didn't like the campus. But I told him, if they give you a full ride baseball scholarship, you think you're going to turn that shit down? You ain't turn that down.
Depending on how many letters you get.
Exactly.
Depending.
Yeah. So he was like, just the feel of the school wasn't like as good as Oregon.
You like that, man.
But then he actually prefers UCLA over Oregon.
That's close to home. He comfortable.
No, he just loves the campus. He's like it just felt like school, like the school I would belong to. But if you ask him what school he would take over all of these fucking schools I've ever taken him to, and it's been a lot, he would say MIT. And their school, their sports program is
trash.
Yeah. Well, the baseball is a D1 school. Football definitely is trash. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see where it ends up. It was fun though. I ate a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw a lot of people. They're aggressive out there. Southerners are very aggressive.
Yeah.
That was different. Joseph was security.
Trying to be young man trying to be grown man.
He was as soon as we landed, his little chin hair popped out.
Oh my God.
He was ready. He was ready to protect his mama.
I mean, as he should, Yeah, that's dope though. I like the fact that you take him, to college trips. I think that's a dope move.
You know where we're going next year? Gatortown.
Florida.
Yeah, that's my school. That's the school I wish I would have went to.
Me too. Yeah. We'll talk about that later, though.
Oh, I didn't know you wanted to go to Florida.
I'll tell you what happened. Oh, okay. We'll discuss that off camera. Yeah.
That's my favorite school.
That wasn't my favorite school, but I had a situation to be able to...
Like Gators.
Yeah. My favorite school is Michigan.
I didn't know that either.
Before, my brothers went to college and stuff. Reason why Oregon was one of the schools that I always kind of like kept in mind is because I feel at home at Oregon because I spent so much time there.
It feels like home.
Yeah,
that's the environment there.
But the thing about what I'm saying is that like for me, because like I said, my brother went there.
You're always there.
I was there a lot. I hung out there like it was the place to hang out on the weekend type of thing. So, but Michigan, growing up in, junior high school, Michigan,
yeah. I have a coworker.
That's when I actually liked Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, fuck Tom Brady. No, I'm just playing. But I got mad love for Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Shit, my brother on a ring with him, so it's all good,
Yeah. The Wolverines, I have a coworker who freaking every single day, I've been there for 7 years, every single day will wear a Michigan shirt to work. I
still watch him. I get up early to watch Michigan games.
He went there, he graduated, he represents that school every single day.
Oh wait, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Did he play there? Did he play any sports? You never know.
No.
You never know.
No.
Okay.
He wouldn't. No.
All right.
I mean, no.
Enough said. Enough said.
I don't even think he has.
I'm only asking questions. I'm not making assumptions. You know what I mean? That's cool though. But yeah, that was one of my schools. But yeah, we'll talk about the Florida situation later.
All right, cool. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm just chilling, man. Vibing. New things coming along. Yeah. Things we'll get into later on. Yeah. But I've been chilling.
That's good.
You know, fitness, it's always great. You know, doing crazy stuff that I shouldn't be doing.
I know I saw that you had 3 plates today doing a pull-up.
Oh, I asked people to add my weight plus the weight I had. Mm-hmm. Did you know the weight?
I don't even know how much you weigh, sir.
I weigh 265.
265 plus 90 plus 45. That's a lot.
That's what?
A lot.
That's 400.
I need a calculator.
No, you don't.
265. Okay, plus 90.
Yeah,
it's 400.
So yeah. Pulling my big. I could pull somebody off of a cliff if I needed to.
You really could. 2 people, actually, 2 women for sure. For sure.
Hey, man.
Two Bryans.
Hey, for sure, bro. If you were slipping off the cliff, I got you, dog.
2 5'9" women, yeah.
Yeah. No,
sure.
hey, I could tell you something. You know what? I would save that for another day too. But yeah.
I already know what you're gonna say.
No, it was something that happened a long time ago, years ago, back in the day. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
You know, hey, we'll keep it interesting and just say
it was fun.
It was fun. It was a good time. You know, but yeah, you know, I know we have this this guest that we're gonna have in today.
Yeah, this one's a special guest. His name is Tony, and he wrote a freaking book, and he has I want to call it a podcast. He don't want to call it a podcast, but I'm gonna say he has a podcast himself, where he gives like motivational speeches and shit like that, where you know he touches the public, and so why not bring him on here and speak about what he has going on?
Let's do it.
Let's bring on Tony.
Let's bring on Tony, everybody.
This shit is bigger than me. Give me my flowers while I can still breathe. I'm smelling the glory, I tasted defeat. Nothing feels better than chasing your dreams. Yeah. This shit is bigger than me. Give me my flowers while I can still breathe. I'm smelling the glory, I tasted defeat. Nothing feels better than chasing your dreams. Yeah. Given my history, nothing compared to me. Nothing come next to me, no. Claiming my victories, can't let you win with me unless you sit with us, yeah. Given my history, nothing compared to me. Nothing come next to me, no. Claiming my victories, can't let you win with me unless you sit with us, yeah.
King at a table, shit on a label, just like my hoes when they kicked out the stable.
Yo, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Doing great, man.
Glad you could make it.
Thanks for having me. I'm honored.
Thanks for coming.
Of course. I made it.
I know. Finally, I've been trying to get this in the works for a minute, so it's always it's about the right timing.
So I'm gonna start this off, not to cut you off, but I'm gonna start it off to get it to the hot shit.
Yeah.
So how'd you guys meet each other?
Oh, look at you, journalist.
Hey, you know, I just gotta know. You know what I'm saying? So how'd you guys meet each other?
I think it was through the Instagram grapevine.
No, you did not just say the Instagram.
Isn't that what happened?
Showing your age right now. So
I mean, 42 is real, man.
Hey, hold on.
It's just,
Hold on.
It wasn't like that. It was
be youthful and truthful in here.
He like don't be showing my age, man. Right. I feel you.
So you're basically I follow we know a lot of mutual people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I follow somebody that he works on. He's a massage therapist.
Got you.
I follow somebody that he works on, and so I saw that they tagged him. I followed him back. I seen that he was doing a lot of good things for the homie Scotty. Shout out to Scotty. Mm-hmm. And
wait, Scotty from Self-Made?
Mm-hmm.
Self-Made, yeah.
Okay, I know Scotty. Yeah, I know Scotty.
Yeah, the homie Scotty. Shout out to him. And so that's ever since then I showed up one day and just haven't left.
Got you.
Man, yeah, it's that's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
You know, Instagram, man, it's
right.
people see you, people follow you. Yeah. They see you do good work, and I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
It's either you reached out and say, "Hey, I need some work."
Yeah.
And a year later, I think we're still beating you up.
Almost 2 years now.
2 years.
And I would say that since meeting him, we've become like really good friends. Like I appreciate your friendship.
Much love. Likewise.
That's cool. You know what's crazy?
Likewise.
I ain't never met a motherfucker on Instagram and became friends with him.
Isn't that crazy?
I swear, bro.
That's just my personality.
I got Instagram in 2011, I want to say. Yeah. And I can honestly say I have never met a person on Instagram and became friends with them.
Really?
We became friends.
Not from fucking Instagram.
Oh, no, not Instagram.
No. Like, there's nobody that I know right now.
Dang, I got a couple people, actually.
I've never made friends on the internet.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, never. I'm a very antisocial, but like with that, no. I mean, in person, then maybe I can say for sure, but outside of that, hell no.
You know what? It's weird because I think in my field, because it's so one-on-one,
intimate.
Same.
You know what I'm saying?
Same for me.
It's
for
so,
what I do.
It's so one-on-one. You almost like eventually become like you get to start to know each other about the family.
Okay, so
friends.
so let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you both of you. Does this count? So me getting a client and then no, me getting a client and they DM me for pricing and this, that, and the other, and then we start to training or whatever the case may be, and then we become friends. That's considered meeting somebody off the internet.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm talking about. I'm talking about directly, not indirectly.
Yes.
But I think it gets a little deeper.
Okay. How?
Right?
Because you guys said you guys know mutual people, so
right, and then you start to know more about that person, right? So I can tell you, I could probably tell you like 6 different things about Ness.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of a.
See, that's how you know he's my friend because he calls me Ness or Nessa. Not everybody calls me that.
I'm a big nickname dude.
Okay.
I like to do nicknames. If
That's
I like
what
you,
my family calls me. Yeah.
if I like you.
Yeah.
Understood. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think outside of that thing that I've never met nobody, and then we became like good friends.
Yeah. I think when you're in that
but I mean,
kind
that's
of setting,
cool though. I don't, I don't see anything wrong with it.
No. I think because of like he's mentioned, you're such an intimate setting when somebody's massaging you. It's like for me, I'm an awkward person. So if I'm not, I'm an awkward person. So if I'm not like, I think when the first time he massaged me, I was like, don't touch me.
Super awkward.
Super awkward.
Super.
And then after that, I was like, you know what? We got to fucking break the ice. And then we just started chopping it up. I told him about my family. He told me about his family. Like, it was just like, it's just,
Gotcha.
we just vibed.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm going on 10 years with practice, and it's crazy to see how many people have stuck with me that long. So I've seen from like kids all the way to college, and we just automatically kind of get to
Man, trust me, I understand it.
Yeah.
I'm in the same.
And every time I see him, I'm like, do you feel less body fat?
And I'm like, yes.
So you get the questions I get?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always like that. We actually have a picture of, we took a picture because remember I told you that when I make the competition, I want to do it before and after how long you worked with me.
Yep.
That of when I first started like my competition journey and when I get to where I'm at. And it's like, I saw the picture the other day and I was like, oh my God, it was such a fucking big, thick ass fucking woman. It's crazy.
You be working hard for it.
Man.
Hey, man. You got to do what you got to do, though.
And screw you, Martel, for not telling me how big I was.
What time is it?
Lie to my face.
I didn't lie to your face.
I'm just kidding. No.
But screw me, right?
No,
see
no.
See the
Don't screw
fucking
Martel.
violence?
I'm just kidding. Don't screw Martel. That's my brother.
But anyway, hey, man, so we got your book here.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, this is Tony's book.
Thank you.
You want to do us a favor and kind of explain and kind of go over what the book is about in detail, so
Yeah. So a couple years, I say a few years ago, I really dove into finding myself with self-care, working on myself, working on how to become a better man. So I started to study Stoicism. So that's what my book is about. My book is about Stoicism.
Mm-hmm. And just for the people that don't know what that means, can you elaborate?
Absolutely. So I can go pretty deep with Stoicism, but basically Stoicism pretty much means a way to go through life with resilience, with a type of virtue, a type of confidence. One of the biggest things. So it's a lot of different philosophies and a lot of different principles. So in my book, I have 100 different principles. I kind of designed it for men, but and young men as well. So it's about different principles where people can follow as you go through your journey. And if there's any one thing I can say, one of the biggest principles that this talks about is, when situations happen in life that's out of our control, Stoicism teaches us to, not have really a big reaction to it, because if things are out of our control, we can only do so much.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm very big on that.
Right.
But I've been like that since a kid, and people will call me nonchalant for it.
Right.
Like, oh, you don't care. It's not that I don't care. I just know that I can't do anything about it.
Right.
And you know,
so you've been practicing Stoicism without even
born. Look at him.
Right.
But I mean, like I have 8 siblings, bro.
Oh yeah.
And I don't like, you know, even me and her have had conversations, and I'll do like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't, you know, if you have your mindset, if a person is going to do something, if I'm broke, okay. You know what I mean?
Let's
for instance, like, you know, a situation recently that, what did I do?
You're like, it is what it is.
I already know because I know I'm blessed. I know I'm a hustler, and I know I'm going to get back to it. I ain't even tripping.
That's
facts.
You
know, I've never been let down by this man upstairs, so I ain't even tripping, you know? So yeah, I've always, that's pretty much, so I get what you're saying pretty much.
Yeah, it's, go ahead.
I want to touch on that. So you said something really important right now where you said you've been doing that since a kid. So at what point is it stoicism? And at one point is it just nonchalant?
So
you know what I mean? Because I think there is a difference.
I do. You know what? I feel like, because I feel what you're feeling, because I've always kind of had that too.
Yeah.
Where it's a natural instinct of when shit happens.
Yeah.
So I don't
you know
right. Even with death, I'm like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That right there.
So I don't deal with death like everybody else do. Like some of my family, I don't deal with death like some of my siblings. I don't deal with death like you may or he may or he may. You know what I mean? I don't know. And I deal with it because I feel with that part though, I feel like I've seen so much as a kid that it kind of made me into that.
That's like a trauma response.
Maybe. We were, you know, me and Kiva were just talking about this the other day. But I also, it's not a protecting mechanism either. It's just like, I look at things from a different scope when it comes down to things, right? For instance, people say like, you know, where do your emotions go? My kids get my emotions.
So you have them. It's not like you don't have them.
Yeah, I have them for sure. But my kids get my emotions because that's my creation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's my gift.
Right.
I have to take care of that. I have to be there and I have to do what I have to do for them. So when things go and seems out of order with them, that's when you might see me in a little bit of a different, you might see a different character of me, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because those are my babies.
So that's
protecting mode too. Like,
so does your book kind of show you and navigate how to stick with stoicism even with things that don't concern you? It might be more of your children, might be more of like death, stuff like that.
Yeah, because you know it's things that's literally out of our control. Yeah. So like for
everything,
example, like literally things that are out of our control. So for example, the other day I was coming from the gym and I freaking hit a little pillar with my car and I popped the tire.
Damn.
Oh.
In the back of my mind, because it's kind of helped because I've been practicing stoicism and then in my natural nature, kind of like you, in natural nature, it's like
what it is.
You know, I'm alive.
I'm
alive.
No,
like,
you got to look at it like that.
It could be worse. It could have been on the freeway. It could have been, you know what I'm saying?
You are like that, though. You are like that.
No, for real, brother. Even like when I told you like about the car accident I got into, and I was just like, you know, and I don't like bringing it up too much, but I mean, you know what? I don't mind talking about it. It's part of my life. Like my brother went through a lot of stuff, man, that made me kind of, because that's my bro, like that's my baby brother. So it kind of made me feel like, damn, I feel a way. I feel bad because it's like, dude, like, don't wear that cloud over your head, bro.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not holding it over you either.
Right.
Yeah.
But for me, I ride by that damn accident place every day. And I just be like, well, nigga. I'm here.
Yeah.
I know for a fact, like, again, it goes back to what I said. I always revert back to, you know what? I'm blessed. I'm always going to be blessed. And God has never let me down. You know what I'm saying? So, and on top of that, this might be another reason you might feel the way too. I have a really great support system. I have a really great support system. Like, outside of God, like my support system, not just my immediate family, but my friends too. My support system will never let me.
Yeah.
They be like, motherfucker, you. If I ever did that, if I ever even started to fucking say, oh, fuck it, you know what I mean?
Let you.
Nah,
they
so
won't let you.
You know. When you have that, though, it's easy for you to kind of be like that. But also, you know, trials and tribulations will actually have you go into that situation, too. So, you know, yeah, man, I totally get it.
I think that's what it is, too. You know, you go through, you know, in the short 42 years, you know, you go through some stuff, man. And it kind of depends on, you know, what your life was dealt with. But I think it's one of those things that you kind of just go through so much stuff at a young age.
Yep.
And then depending on personality, depending on your natural instincts, you know, it's you know, you almost are acting in stoicism. And then I for me, one of my biggest motivations was to write this for my son. You know,
that was my next question. So take us from like the journey of like you waking up one day and say, "I'm gonna write a book." what was the thought process? What started that?
You know what? In my life, I knew I always wanted to somehow write something. I just didn't know what it was. I had no idea what it was going to be.
I ask you this.
Yeah.
This is your first piece of work? Okay. Is writing another way you express yourself and emotions?
Yes.
Okay. I do music, so
you know.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
you know,
as
bro.
quiet as I am, like, you know, I mean, obviously we're on here, we're talking, but to myself and when I'm in my mode or whatever the case may be, when I'm writing, you know, mentally, or I put something down on my iPad or, you know what I'm saying, or a piece or my phone. Now I'm trying to carry around no paper, but I got a notepad still too. You know what I mean? So that's where a lot of my music, you know, certain things would come out like, oh, you know, okay, cool. What was this weekend like? Oh man, we did this. You know what I mean? So I went to go jot it down. Or what did I go through with this person? Okay, let me put it here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to speak that too much out loud, but let me put it here though. So is that kind of where this came from?
That's exactly what I did, bro. So I would say I published this in October 2024.
Okay.
And I would say a whole year and a half I was putting that together. So I was doing that same thing, man, going on my notes whenever I got creative, just talking in my notes, you know, like you said, man, and just built the book. So I don't know if it was a thing where it just like, boom, I'm ready to write. But, you know, all I know is when the creator says, hey, it's time, it's time. You know what I'm saying?
And how did you even know how to write a book? Like how to publish
I was about to get into that because, I mean, I can write some stuff, but I've never, like, I always wanted to put together like a movie.
Yeah.
So let me understand the whole like.
Because this is like well made, you know.
You know what?
Give me the whole breakdown of how do you go about
paper conditions and stuff.
Yeah, like how do you go about a book?
So I had no idea, literally. But so what I did was all I knew was if I put a whole bunch of content together and transcript together, somehow, some way, I'm gonna figure out how to put it together.
Gotcha.
So I did that for a long period of time, and then I started just looking it up. How do you put a book together?
Oh shit!
Literally, how do you put a book together?
Did you do ChatBT or Chat AI, whatever it's called, Chat AI?
I use that.
Yeah,
it helps.
Heck yeah, I use it all the time now.
Yeah.
Look, I'm like, I don't really know about that part.
Yeah.
So, you know, I researched. So the first thing was you have to find a publishing company.
Right.
Gotcha.
That was the very first thing that I did. After I had, during me writing, I looked up to you have to find a really good publishing company.
Okay.
And there was about 3 that I went through. So it was like 3 that I went through, got a hold of, talked to them, talked about pricing, talked about, you know, what comes with publishing your book. So I'm a self-published author. So so basically I did that route because I have more rights to my book.
Right.
So
Gotcha.
whenever I sell a book, I get a bigger percentage of the profit. Other than
that's like owning your masters.
Right.
That's pretty good.
It just seemed like a smarter way to do.
It seemed, yeah.
So that's
you should
what I
own
did.
Your shit. You should always own your stuff.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the book game is different from the music.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
for
for sure.
example.
Oh yeah, because this is, well, you know, they give you options. They give you options, and that was the best option that I went for. And then they kind of provide everything, but I had to go with an editor. I had to go with a book editor. I had to take some pictures. It was a lot to it.
Yeah, so
for a long period of time.
So for that year and a half, that's what you were doing.
That's what I was doing.
A year and
non-sleep.
a half. A year and a half working with editors, working with publishers, working with creators. So it's not like something that you give them and like a week later they give you a book.
So that's what I did. That's yes. So
that's a real deal. That's you really believing in your product.
It was a year and a half of sleepless nights.
And you did this for your son.
Got you.
So that he can learn how to control his emotions.
Yes, because I wish I had something like this. Even though I had a great support system, I still have a great support system.
Yeah.
But I think when my son can grasp the information in the book, he's gonna be able to be like, damn,
my dad was right.
My dad was right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, like I always say, because I have kids, and I always say, like, when they go into something like this, it's like they may not catch it young,
Mm-hmm.
but like me, I caught a lot of stuff when I got older from my parents that where they were teaching. Like I wasn't trying to hear that shit when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but because I was one of those kids, and I'm still this way. Like, I'd rather fall down and land on my ass and get myself back up and try and figure it out on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And not to say that I don't need her help, your help, whoever's help, but it's like, let me fucking see what I can do first. You know what I'm saying? I always kind of had that type of mentality, like, and I still do. But now I understand especially now that it's business, I'm not even trying to do the whole run myself. It's stupid, like, because you can't. Now that I really understand, like,
there's so many resources, right?
Yeah, like
you don't
can't,
have to.
Yeah, so you know what I mean.
I agree.
It's people trying to sit up here and like, oh, I got it. I'm gonna do this, that, and the other. Okay, well, excuse me, like you need a team.
Right.
She can't one-on-one do the podcast. I can't one-on-one do, he can't, you know what I mean?
There's no way.
We have to be able to, and there's some ways you can go about it if you really want to do that. But you have to have a team. So, you know, go working with all those people, man. Hey, that's how the magic starts. You know what I'm saying?
It is, man. And I knew that I wasn't able to do this alone. There's no way, man. There's no way. You know, from my partner at home, you know, dealing with me being up 1:30 o'clock, you know, 1:30 a.m., 2 o'clock, just writing to
shout out to her. She's amazing.
Yeah, I give her props.
Yeah.
You know, she holds it down.
The Lavender Queen.
That's dope.
Yeah, she holds it down. She holds it down. So it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work. I still trip out that I'm an author. Like it still don't feel real to me.
Right?
It still does not feel real.
You did it, and you should be proud of yourself. So during that process, you working with the publisher and you working with editors. I want the audience to understand what it really is to write a book. Right? Did you come out of pocket a lot?
Yes.
Was it extremely expensive?
for his project, I'm sure. You didn't have no investors?
No.
No.
It just was so I've learned to use different forms of editors. So for example, you guys probably used it before, Fiverr. Have you guys heard of Fiverr?
I never had to use that.
So Fiverr it's an app with freelancers.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's an app of a whole bunch of plethora of freelancers that help you with anything you want, whether it's flyers, editing, posting.
I have heard of that.
You name it. So that's who I went through. So I've used Fiverr in the past for other business. So I used Fiverr to help me edit the book.
Okay.
So they were there. I hired an editor, and then he spent X amount of time putting the book together, and then I hired a formatter to format everything. So it was a long process, and it cost, but I did it when I could. You know,
ideally, if somebody wanted to come to you and say, "Hey, I want to write a book. How much should I save up for this?"
Ballpark.
An estimate, yeah.
Ballpark.
$2,500 to $3,000.
That's not bad.
It's not horrible.
I mean,
that ain't bad at all.
It sucks when you're trying to be somebody.
Yeah,
but it's definitely it's doable if you have a career and stuff like that.
Because I was thinking about studio sessions in the time
that
I'm in there.
I couldn't even. My cousin, the artist, so I already know. I know
that 3,000 can be going in
like 2 sessions.
No.
3 sessions?
No, probably about 10 sessions. But you got to look at the time. 10 sessions, and then that's mixed and mastered too.
So you have a mixer in there.
Mix it. The engineers always with you, but you have engineer mix it, and then you might have to ship it out to go get mastered because the engineer might not be good at mastering. So you got to ship it out to go get mastered to get that real sound, to fatten up, make sure it sounds good quality. But then,
is it rare for you to have one person that does it all?
Very.
Like, does Mike do it all?
He can, but
it's time consuming.
No, you got to get their ears away from the music. You should
that makes sense. Because one person might hear it one way, the other person might hear it a different way.
No, not that. So listening to music after so long, your ears become numb.
Okay.
So you're hearing the same thing, the frequencies and everything, the drums and all of that, all over and over and over and over again. So it'll be like, okay, well, when you go from the mixer mastering, you might still hear it the same way you heard it before, and you don't even hear the difference when you master it correctly. So that's why when you have one person do it, that's why they take fucking forever. Like, because they have to get their ears away from the music. It has to sound new to them when you bring it back to them. It can't sound like they've like if I sat in here and I just gave you all 7 songs that I'm going to put on my EP, right? And I said, okay, cool. Here, Vanessa. Here, Tony. Y'all listen to this. Boom. Y'all go listen to it. Y'all riding around for days. Boom, 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 boom. Right? And then I gave y'all like the rough version. Mm-hmm. I come back with the master version. I give you the same one. You're like, man, you gave me the same shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but it's not.
But it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to like you got to like let your ears become like not be numb to the music and empty your ears and then go back, hear it again and then go into. So mixing is cool. Like you can, you know what I mean? But it's a lot to go into that. Because you want to hear every instrument. You want to hear every vocal. You want to hear everything. That's how it's supposed to line up. Mm-hmm. You know
and
what I'm saying?
This is why artists take a while to release albums. Just had to throw that in there.
Yeah, but no.
There's a big debate.
Some people can because you got to think they have more access. So it's not why. A lot of times a label don't allow them to do it too.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times like they're trying to
if you're a perfectionist though, it might take some time.
Maybe depending on what the project is. But like if you like, you know, because it's so easy to record.
Yeah.
Like I go always. I use this one thing from Pac that I saw in not an interview, but he was in the studio rapping. He said, "Why the fuck are y'all sitting here fucking writing down shit?" He said, "Do that one track, put that shit away. Let's work on a fucking other one." Yeah. So I put that motherfucker on this one. I get on this one. So it's like work in motion. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the thing is, people don't know how to really go in there and do all of that. He was just working ahead of his time too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that always gave me a formula. Like that's why it's so hard for people, like for me to get artists to work on songs with me that can't just go in the studio. Like we can all say if like all three, you're an artist, and I'm like, yo, and I'm like, damn, you already ready? So now they feel pressured.
Yeah.
But some people work well under pressure. Like me, I like pressure.
But we talking about music wise, because now they're trying to be. You got to think creativity. Like that'll bust you. Just imagine if those editors for him and those people who's working on the book with him was like, "Hey, Tony, are we done yet?" Right. He's like, "Hey, hold on."
Let me get my stuff together. We're still working right here.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the good thing about paying for your own project. They're working at his pace.
Yep. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even when I do music, they're working at. So if I wanted some shit done. That's why I like to be in there.
Yeah.
I don't when it's mixing mastering time, I gotta be in there.
Yeah.
I will sit there, I will fall asleep in that bitch, but I gotta be in there.
That's good.
Yeah, because you gotta know your what you're creating. You gotta see it, you gotta feel it.
Yeah. And so same thing with your book. Like you gotta when the whole summary on the back of it. You gotta know from whatever's inside of here. Okay, cool. That's cool. That's all those pages. What's the summary? How are you guys summarizing the back of the book? You know what I'm saying? We guys putting it out. Because now when a person like Vanessa goes and buys it, I'm sure, right?
Right.
Okay, she's in Barnes and Noble and she's like with her fucking glasses and her fucking latte on the fucking side.
By the way, it is in Barnes and Nobles too.
Hey, look, I'm just you know what I mean.
By the way, it is.
That's the most popular.
And Amazon.
There you go.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? So is it my bad? Is it a Do you have the audio version?
Audio version?
No, that's something I do eventually want to get. Okay. I just I haven't tapped into that part yet.
Narrate it?
I don't know, man.
You should.
I don't know.
It's your book.
It's yours.
Someone said I should.
Is this your first podcast talking about your book?
No, second.
Okay.
This is the second.
Was this the first time you're going to be told?
You got a good voice, by the way.
Yeah, you should narrate your own shit, bro.
Yeah.
And he doesn't talk. He's a fucking mute, so. No, I'm fucking with you.
Oh, my God.
So for him telling you that, man, it means a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, bro.
But
you have a calm spirit, so if you talk about your book, especially the way that you're so nonchalant about shit.
Someone said, I have a client, and she is becoming a narrator.
Uh-huh.
And I almost thought about her doing it, and she was like, "No, Tony, you should do it." She's like, "You should do it."
My thing is, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? It's yours.
Yes.
Never put nobody voice over your own shit.
That's true.
Now, if you're writing for somebody, then that's another thing. But that's yours, and that's for your son. Yeah. So when he goes and sees and
hears
whatever, maybe in life, if you wanted to put that and add that to like a short film of some sort, it has to come from Tony.
That's true.
It can't come from anybody else because your son's not going to receive it the same way that he would receive it. He's going to receive it from you better than he's going to receive it from someone else.
That's true. That's true.
Just saying, bro. Just
that's love, bro. Because that's been, and everyone keeps asking me. I just haven't took that step yet.
You need to.
When it's time. Like I'm a firm believer in that. Like,
me too, man.
Hey, man, move on your time, bro. Like, don't allow nobody to pressure you. Like, none of that shit.
I agree.
You already got this out.
Not going nowhere, right?
Nah,
true.
Those programs are not going anywhere.
They're not going nowhere.
No.
During the process of you creating the book, when the editor and a publisher were kind of like done doing their thing and they gave it to you, were you ever at a point of saying like, I don't like it, do it again? Because I heard stories about that where like somebody they give them a copy and then the final copy, you're not pleased with it yet.
I think I only had to do one. What do you call it? I'm going blank on what it's called. Like a one revision.
Revision, that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
I think I only had to do one revision as far as the whole layer of the book. I think I only had to do one revision.
That's
because
dope.
those artists are,
really good?
they're good. They're really, really good, and it only took one revision. One of my clients is a photographer, so I had her take the picture for me. So she brought all her studio, all her stuff.
That's awesome.
And I said, I have this vision I want to do for a book before I even came out with the book. Mm-hmm. And she said, okay, I'll bring all my stuff. So she brought all her stuff to my shop. Set it up, and then she did her thing. So she, shout out to Sam too.
That's dope.
She did her thing. So
it's a team.
Mm-hmm.
You use your whole network to kind of get all this together.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
It's a team.
That's dope. Yeah, you gotta do it that way, man.
You have to.
You get somebody that sees you every day and they're like, hey, well, man, like you give them a chance to be a part of something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to, because like you said, man, it takes a village.
You do. Like you gotta have a squad, man. It's
it takes a village.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And do you think that you're gonna have more books coming out?
I want to. Yeah, I want to.
That.
It's I think it's, I was inspired and felt it was time to do that. I have things mental in the works. I recently just lost my daughter. Mm-hmm. Ooh, so man. that's been
a book about that. That would be dope to have that going on.
Yeah. So it's that's something that I have in the back of my head that I think that other people can benefit who've
for sure
been through similar things.
Yeah.
And
what about the process of writing? So you're saying that a year and a half it took you to basically go with the publisher, editor, and everything. Mm-hmm. But before that, you were just taking notes, mental notes here and there, and then eventually it all came together. How did you not separate those mental notes into their own little book? How did you know they all belong together?
So I just labeled it on my notepad in my phone. I just said book, book notes. I made it simple, and then whatever I knew
when I jot down lyrics,
right?
Yeah.
I just kind of knew.
You don't feel like one of your lyrics can go to like one thing, and then another lyric can go to a whole nother song.
But I don't write, so I cluster.
Okay.
I cluster music. I hate writing.
What does that mean?
Meaning like I go into a verse with a subject. The hook's already there. So I already have the hook set in my head, right?
Okay.
So the same way that he would cluster about chapters in the book, correct? Mm-hmm. I chapter the verse. Mm-hmm. I cluster the verse, I'm sorry.
Right.
Meaning, okay, on the first verse, this is where we're going to go with it. We're going to talk about, I'm about to get funny real quick. We're going to talk about shaking ass in the club real quick, right? All right, cool.
So that's your thought cluster.
I cluster the verse because I don't like to write word for word, because there's been times where I've been in the studio so many times and I'm writing, I'm rapping something or I'm spitting something that I wrote and I'm like, no. Mm-hmm. And I'll switch it. Mm-hmm. So I rather cluster so I know what I'm going based off of, so I don't have to kind of go word for word. I can just kind of go in there and be like,
kind of ad hoc shit.
She was on the pole, you know what I'm saying? Dropping it down low, you know what I mean? And I'm just giving an example, but champagne bottle, whatever. Okay, we're going to do not the champagne bottle. We're not going to talk about a model. We're going to say we did it full throttle, you know what I mean? Okay. Just playing around wordplay. And so now my approach is different.
So both of you guys are writers. So both of you guys, all three of us are writers, really.
Yeah.
I think we can all be writers. But,
right.
Sure.
But
don't downplay my writing skills.
You're writing this?
I like poems.
Okay.
I'm not a writer like you guys.
She's roses and red, violets are
yes. I write about my feelings.
Yeah. She gonna say roses are red, violets are blue.
Go to the gym.
I'm a Crip. What are you?
That's
wow.
I'm playing with it. Nah. It's an inside joke, bro.
You're such a hater. So
inside joke.
But let's speak to you guys because I like it. I like poems. I'm not a writer.
Yeah.
So you guys have your own writing technique. I'm asking both of y'all at this time, right? You guys have your both. You said you like to cluster, but let's just say you just wanted to write a fucking book, right? So what is your process of writing besides just taking notes down? Like before that, before you thought of this book, you were already a writer. Did you journal? Did you like?
A little. I would say I'm huge on self-motivation.
Okay.
So I would say throughout the last 10 years since I opened up my business, I've always listened to self-motivation, self-awareness, things like that. So I would say listening to a lot of those different podcasts and a lot of self-motivation type of things, that kind of helped guide me to be like, oh, you kind of get inspired from the things you hear, right? You get inspired from the things you hear.
Right.
So that was big for me to make sure I just took everything in, as much information, as much motivation, as much stoicism, just took it in and got motivated from it.
What about when you were a kid? Did you do a lot of writing when you were a kid?
I hated writing when I was a kid.
What?
I hated school when I was a kid. I hated.
I wrote a lot when I was a kid.
Did you?
Did you write? Yeah. Did you journal?
Yeah. I mean, for the schools that I went to, that we always had to have a journal. But I was one of them kids that was in English class that was already when we did literature and stuff like that.
You had A++, huh?
A every time.
I know. I believe it.
Wow.
Because I got in trouble for that one time.
For writing?
No, a teacher thought I was lying.
Oh.
And we were Dancing with the Wolves.
Oh, I like that.
We were watching that movie in the classroom, right?
Yeah.
And I was sitting back there, and I was writing lyrics. But that's when I had learned the word. I had learned what the word. Not eerie. Pretty much, there's a word for, I forget the name of the word, but it's like an empty grave.
Okay.
I forget the name of the word. But I learned that word and I used it in a song. Now, mind you, I'm only like 16, 15 years old at the time. So she fucking kept calling me a liar, said that I was like not paying attention and this, that, and the other. I got in trouble. Anyway, I had school suspension because I cursed her out. Right?
Anyway,
were you troublemaker, bro?
Huh?
Were you troublemaker?
No.
No?
Quiet kid.
You quiet?
You weren't a troublemaker?
Yeah. No, I was quiet kid. Just leave me the fuck alone.
Introvert. I can tell you're an introvert.
Yeah. I was like, don't get me wrong. Like for instance, like if Vanessa was my friend in class, that's my friend Vanessa in the classroom. If Tony's my friend, that's it. Outside of that, nah.
Yeah.
I felt like she was antagonizing me, bro. She kept saying that I wasn't, and she wanted me to read a part after the movie was over because she tried to say that I wasn't paying attention. I was taking notes and I was writing rhymes. And once I explained that to the principal, whatever, it was like clear. But she just pissed me off the way she was coming at me. She was calling me a liar without calling me a liar. And I didn't like that. So that's how I learned how to write, was English and literature class. Because there was words in there and there was certain things that we would talk about and I'm just like, it would just go straight into music. So, if I ever let you hear some of my earlier on music, you'd be like, I can see what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's rough, man, because you got to think when we go to school, we're almost limited to, because that's a gift. So you were exploring your gift at a young age.
The dumbass teacher.
Yeah.
Goes and fucks it up.
Right?
No, she tried to. I got my ass whipped too. My dad whipped my ass for calling her. I ain't gonna tell you the name I called her but yeah, she pissed me off that bad. And like I said, for you noticing that, like me, I was a very like to myself type of kid.
Yeah.
There was a whole time my sophomore year, I didn't even hang out at lunch. I went to football practice, I went to school, but I would hang out inside these little hallways and I would go to the computer lab. I didn't even want to talk to nobody.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
You didn't do nothing? Just go by yourself?
I get my lunch by myself.
Dang.
On the computer?
Yep.
Were you emailing somebody?
We were playing Doom inside the fucking computer lab.
Oh, man.
Hey, so you already know what I'm talking about. Hey, I'll be stuck on that fucking, I gotta go play Doom.
You just aged me, man.
Bro.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Doom on a computer?
Oh.
No, y'all.
That shit was raw, bro.
Bro.
Am I lying?
No, man. Dude, that was my game.
Yeah,
man.
so we was in there.
I don't know nothing about, what is this?
It's like a monster. You're like it's like a monster game, but like
Doom
you go.
and Quake.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you out there shooting monsters and shit. So how it all worked out was
Y'all
like,
old?
shut the hell up.
You haven't seen the movie with The Rock?
Yeah.
Doom?
You haven't watched the movie Doom with The Rock?
No.
But
I don't know what y'all talking about.
That's how, like, I mean, they have a game out for it now, like for like PS5 and all that shit.
Yeah.
But it's like Call of Duty, but like with like monsters though.
Yeah.
I know Call of Duty.
Okay. I mean, it's more popular than Doom now for sure.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's how I got into that. But like I always used to just write rhymes, man. You know, music was my thing. Like, but music, I started music early. You know, so at like a young age, I just love music. Like I got on the mic probably like around like 5 years old. I used to go to my grandma's house and go in my Uncle Kevin's drawer. I knew he had a mic in there. And I would fuck his records up thinking I was a DJ, bro.
It's the breakdown for me. I love it.
Scratching the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fucking Come Back New Edition is fucked up, bro, with a big ass scratch on it.
They probably had to be pissed.
Oh, bro, my uncle, but he, you know, back then, you know, uncle was I'm saying every day I'm hustling. You know what I mean? So he wasn't tripping.
So he had more money to buy more
But
stuff.
going in his room, I would go and, you know, mess with the music stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he allowed me to do it, you know.
So that's dope, because I think that's what it is, man.
But let me ask you this. So, like, you know, you look at a lot of movies, right? You watch movies? I was going, I don't know, I was speaking in the air, but when you look at a lot of movies and they have books to go to those movies, and that's why I asked you earlier, like, you wouldn't put something together to say, hey, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to see, like, the whole, because I haven't read it. I will love to read it.
Awesome.
How you would put together a movie for this type of situation. If you could give me a small way to do it right now, just because I'm testing your creativity real quick.
Bro, you're making me think right now, man.
Like, hey, come on, let's go.
How, you know, it's so tough, because the thing about Stoicism is there's short nuggets of inspiration. So with this book, you know, I made it for men, but a lot of women have gotten it and said, Tony, I can use this with my life. So Stoicism is like there's short sentences or principles.
What you live by.
Right, what you live by. So I don't know, man. I would do something where, you know, there was a guy going through life, trying to understand how to get through, trying to understand, you know, he's been through so much different things in his life.
Watch this.
You know what I'm saying? So much different things in his life. And he comes across that word, Stoicism, or how to live that way. And he starts to take little steps at a time. So he kind of comes from nothing to start implementing Stoicism in his life, and kind of becomes, you know.
Will Smith, Pursuit of Happiness.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Perfect example.
Yes.
The emotions he had to go through, crazy things with his wife, he had to hold it down, his son, you know what I'm saying, sleeping in the bathroom.
Yeah.
To walk in and find the job that he had ended up getting that, you know, it helped his life at the moment.
Yeah. I mean,
and from him coming from nothing,
$0
and just having to still hold it together
Right.
in front of his son.
Still having it, yeah.
Perfect example of this. So that's why I asked that question.
That's dope, man. You making me get creative, bro.
You have to go right after this?
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
bro. So
I knew you guys would like each other when you guys met. That's why I kept saying you should go see Tony. This is why, because I knew you guys would mesh well together.
But you know I'm also loyal to my soil.
Yeah.
But I
understand that.
I can come check you out though, bro.
I get that, bro, because
you might have some different, because the two women that I use, they're dope in their own way.
Different styles.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I meant meaning so that you guys can connect like this, because I knew you guys would connect.
Invite them out. Shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You said you got a wife or whatnot?
I don't go nowhere.
Girl. I gotta go.
Nessa?
You can invite him out. Y'all can go on a double date.
But I get that though, man. I get that, because most of my clients are like, I don't want to go to anybody else.
Yeah.
You know, they've tried a whole bunch of different people, tried different therapists, all different styles. But when you find it's like a barber.
I think it's okay to have multiple.
That barber shit ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
The barber shit
I
different.
think it's okay to find multiple people. Like if you're not available, I have somebody in my back pocket that I can go to.
Right,
True.
No, and that's why I said, like, I don't mind. I'm always willing to check things out, but you know, like those two people have made sure. Like, for one, I respect Jackie so much because she's coming all the way from Oceanside to work on me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
That's
so
love.
I mad respect. You know,
That's
she
love.
bring her fucking big ass. Shout out to Jackie, man. If
Yeah.
she ever see this clip, see this podcast, but
Sure.
Yeah, like I think that's I gotta hold it down. You know what I mean?
No, I trust me, man. I completely understand because a lot of my clients are like, dude, I ain't.
But I come check you out for sure.
I got you.
Yeah, man. You might have to work on my legs, bro.
Whenever time is right.
That's the worst one.
Oh. I think the leg situation, me working on my legs is probably the easiest.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say that is because like that's where I feel the most issues.
Really?
It's just like, be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Like I was just telling the homie the other day, I said, you know what, man? I literally got up from showing somebody how to do a damn lunge and I turned the wrong way, bro. And then my fucking knee was just bothering me all day. Woke up the next morning, no problem.
Yeah.
It could be the slightest move though.
It don't take much.
Nah.
It don't
got it from
take
my
much.
I
think it's ligament and tendon issues though.
Yeah.
And you played football, you said?
Yeah.
Your whole life?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's
mixed martial arts.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of rough shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even me, how I train, rough shit. It's just fucking rough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of my athletes, MMA, martial arts, football players. All jacked up, man. I'm jacked up.
My bro, I be feeling bad for my brother, man. I be feeling like my boy be struggling in the fucking gym, bro.
Yeah. Which brother?
Kenyon.
Oh, he still works out with you?
Not with me. Hell no, he will not work out with me. But I'll probably send him to you and see what he see. Maybe something different. Give me your info.
Yeah.
But football just fucked him up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even. It just from the neck to the back to the.
hips. When he walks around, he don't look like he's in any pain.
But that's just us just walking around.
Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You got no choice but to.
You couldn't tell that I had a messed up shoulder.
I've lived with messed up. That's probably why my shoulders are probably the best feature on my fucking body. Mm-hmm. Because I've had to do so much rehabilitation on my shoulders because of certain things. And it's just like, I got to make sure these motherfuckers stay in strong as a motherfucker because hell nah, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Football players have it tough. You guys get beat up a lot.
The neck, you know what I'm saying?
And it depends on what position you play too.
Running back, outside linebacker.
They were trying to get your ass, right?
No. He's the one doing a lot of the hitting.
Doing a lot on both sides of that motherfucker. Because I was not trying to shy away from shit.
Yeah.
I started shying away from shit when motherfuckers didn't want to fucking tackle me head up, and I just started going for my knees, and I'm like, all right.
And I think even as a massage therapist, your hands must be fucked up too.
You know what?
Because you have to get your hands massaged, right? Because I know a lot of the ones, they always tell me that to get their hands worked on.
I've been blessed, man. I've been blessed. So I used to teach as well. So I used to teach massage before I started my business. I used to teach at different colleges for almost 10 years of my career before I started my business. And one of the biggest things I would teach students was to strengthen your hands throughout your whole career.
Your life, period.
Your whole life, your whole career.
What do you do?
So those things?
The little weighted things.
Oh, yeah, the little
grab
things.
them.
Yes.
And then you can do sandballs too.
Mm-hmm.
Grab rice,
Mm-hmm.
bucket of rice, just grab
I've done
at
the
it.
rice thing.
Even your feet, you teach them how to do their feet with the grab the towel with their feet.
No, how you do your feet?
I
I don't know that.
It's hard for me to show right here. But pretty much, okay, say this is your foot, right? You just put a towel on the floor and you just keep grabbing it.
Okay.
With your
But
toes.
your toes don't move like that.
Everybody toes moves like that, Vanessa. I'm doing it right now. Come on now.
I can feel it. Yeah, I know
I was
what you
trying
mean.
to
So
do
you
it,
grabbing
like,
the towel with your feet, and then you're just constantly working.
Yeah.
And you do the tennis ball thing where you just constantly
I like
rolling the
that
tennis
one.
ball up under there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So
You
yeah,
gave me a tennis ball, and you gave me a tennis ball. I have like
Yes.
5 tennis balls now.
Do you use
ball to
it?
work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was. Go ahead.
Sorry. So just so you know how we met, because I don't think you know, but he was my first trainer ever.
Okay.
And he helped me lose the first 60 pounds of my weight loss.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
And he saw me when my back would go out. And
Oh my god.
he saw me when I had fucked up
Fuck,
issues.
man. But you know what,
Wow.
though? When you got a person who's going out on the weekend to little festivals and shit falling down the stairs,
Yeah.
fuck, bro. She's fucking clumsy.
I fall a lot.
I can see that.
And she walked. And she walked duck footed. So that shit.
No,
is
I do not. No, I don't. I used to when I was fat.
So your knees were doing like this?
Yeah, it was starting to do that because I was super heavy. Now I'm good. Okay.
Your S is Vanessa.
Shut up.
Have you heard of your gait? Your gait?
What?
Your gait.
No, she was being fucking knock me, bro. So it was flaring her kickstands out.
Jeez. Because I was gaining weight. You know when you get bigger, your knees start to cave in like a fat
That
ass?
shit's crazy.
That shit was horrible.
But yeah, her back.
As soon as that started to happen, I was like, I called it. I was like, I need to train today. So you guys I started noticing that shit. Fuck that.
You guys are part of each other's journey.
Man, that's dope. For sure.
That's dope.
No,
yeah, but since I started using the tennis ball, my back don't go out anymore.
Yeah. So and you know what I used to tell people all the time? When I got in my car accident, I had to use a fucking softball.
You were that bad? Where'd you have to use it?
On my back and my lower back. I had sciatica bad on both sides because of the car accident. Because
you got jilted.
Yeah, right? That shit. My hips are still fucked up to this day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like,
you couldn't tell though.
No, because I keep working. If I stop working,
you'll feel it.
I'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
Like if I get on the plane, I don't. That's why I don't like sitting through stuff for like 4 hours. Like a Vegas drive for me is like ass. I do not like doing it. Flying to like fucking across, United States.
Coast, 6 hours. Lord, you're that big ass person in the fucking in the back.
I don't want nobody sitting by me.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Do you get 2 seats, or you just have to?
You have to get 2 seats.
I get one.
Your big ass gets one. You're that one person.
But you got to get the aisle probably. Are you an aisle guy?
Yeah.
You get hit by the cart.
Fuck. I want to fucking fight that fucking lady. I want to kick her square in her fucking back of her leg.
Hit by the cart every fucking time.
I'll be in there asleep.
Boom.
Man, fuck.
You don't care either.
No, they just keep going. Want some cookies? No, I want the fucking cookies. Go away.
Yeah, they hit you on purpose.
Man, it's like I hate that shit. I get lucky sometimes where it's just really I find a person where I know, okay, ain't nobody gonna sit by this person. And I get the one seat that's just like, all right, cool. I kind of luck up sometimes, like, you know what I mean? But hey,
this flight that I took with Joseph, because Joseph's afraid of flying. He's afraid of heights. He's afraid of heights, right? Hello. He's afraid of heights, right? And so on the way back, it was an early flight, 6 a.m. Nobody's freaking going back to California on Thursday at 6 a.m.
Right.
And so we literally had our aisle it's just us two.
Yeah.
He could have sat on the other window and laid out.
He wanted to sit by you.
Man, I was so pissed off. I'm like, go sit over there. And
Get your ass up.
He's
bro.
like, no. I want, like, no, it's okay. I want to sit. I'm like, dude, get the fuck away from me.
Giving you anxiety and shit.
I just want to sit by myself.
I got to be an aisle. I'm an aisle guy. I have to.
I either like the aisle or the window. I do not like. I do not like, man. And then
if I saw your big ass by the window, I'd be so pissed off. I'd be.
But you know what I do though? When I'm by the window, I just do like this.
That's what I do.
You just lean over a little bit.
Yeah, because I'll be trying to look outside anyway.
But your big ass thighs and shit, it's like you open you're that one fucking person. Oh, you can't stand your ass.
I get anxiety now when I fly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Something happened when I was coming from Colorado, maybe 3 years ago, and I was in the window seat, and my heart just started to just beat. And I was like, this never happens before.
Yeah, too.
That's I don't know. I don't
What's
call
it called
age.
when you like when you don't like claustrophobic. There you go.
I guess with age I become more claustrophobic.
That's how I feel when I get massaged.
What's that Nelly Furtado song? I'm like a bird or fly like a bird. I feel like that when I fly though.
Really?
Yeah, I be feeling freezing, motherfucker.
Not me.
And the plane?
I leave the ground. I be like, I'm going somewhere. Fuck yes.
Bye.
I wish I had
peace,
that, man.
motherfuckers. Like, I'm out of here. That's how I be feeling when I fly somewhere. But
you should do that for your birthday in September. You should fly somewhere.
We should. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm down. I know I'm gonna go somewhere this month. I gotta go see. I'm going to Arizona for sure. I gotta go check on my brother. But hey,
we gotta make it a tradition now.
Let's do it. I'm down for my birthday. We can do that every year. I ain't tripping. I ain't got. That was 3 hours.
No.
Why did it take you 6 hours?
It took us like 5.5 hours.
When did y'all get there?
The same night you got there.
We got there in the morning.
Oh no! I had to work.
That's why it took you 6 hours.
We left at 12-ish.
That's why it took you 6 hours. I got on the freeway at 8 and I got there like around because we stopped. I got there like at around 1.
Oh, I don't know then. Yeah, we got there like around 5.
Brian, did you go with me?
No, I went with John.
You went with John, that's right.
You got there later. That was a fun trip.
I'm down there.
Yeah, I was in.
Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, it was fun. We did karaoke and we got kicked off the stage. Well, I got kicked off.
You got fucking
That means you had a good time.
I did.
You know?
Yeah.
We were running through fucking sprinklers and shit.
Oh, shit.
Like the fucking bar across the street running through sprinklers and shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you're supposed to have, man. You're supposed to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You're supposed to enjoy it.
Late night pool parties and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, boats and hoes. You know what I mean?
The boat
was dope.
I almost fought an Uber driver.
Oh man, my brother was fucking sweating in the Uber with them.
Yeah.
What? Oh, it was wild. It was cool though.
Yeah.
It was a great fucking time. Like, you look back at it, you're like, damn, you know what? I would still do it again.
Yeah.
I had fun. I didn't give a fuck.
I would do it all over again.
They motherfuckers start arguing. I said, shit. All right.
You was already in the car.
Yeah, I was like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Fuck out of here.
Times like that, you have to, man. You have to.
And you know what? It was too fucking hot for me to be going back and forth for the motherfucker. I can't. My energy don't work like that.
That's in the summer. You gotta go in the summer.
Yeah, and it was my birthday. I'm not supposed to be worried about none of that type of shit. Nah. But overall, it was good. I would do it again with the same people. I ain't even tripping, man.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
That was the best time ever.
Hell yeah.
I don't really go out, but when I do go out, I go out with the bang.
It was like the perfect setting because we didn't have to worry about shit. Like,
no, everything was right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
The store was right there.
Yep.
Papa John's was right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So did you guys rent a boat too?
Yeah.
Well, the owner of the house, he drove all the way out from Long Beach to come and, take care of it. And it was like, yo, it was 11 of us?
Mm-hmm.
But I know we paid $100 each or something like that.
It was cheap.
It was cheap, bro. We had a boat. What is a pontoon
boat? Pontoon.
Hey, nice.
Pontoon. Yeah, dope.
And this shit was nice. It wasn't like no bullshit ugly ass. No, it was a nice ass boat.
And it stopped and you were able to get in the lake with everybody else.
And guess what? I drove the boat.
That's dope. Was that your first time driving the boat?
No, not that. No, but that time it was my birthday. I wanted to drive the boat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was fun.
On the way back from the actual river and all that shit, I drove the boat back into the lake.
Yeah, we gotta do a do-over.
I'm down, man.
That's dope.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, we love the fact that you came through, man. And
man.
like I said,
Don't forget, every time we have somebody on here, we got to ask you to ask us some questions to get to know us a little more.
Okay.
But don't ask us why we started the podcast. We always get asked that.
Okay.
And you already know how we met, so you can't ask that.
Oh, shit.
Now he got to think again.
Right.
Hell yeah.
I got to get creative.
Now you got to ask us.
So say it again. I got to ask.
Just ask us whatever you want to ask us to get to know us a little more. You can ask us both. You can ask me. You can ask him. Whatever you want.
Okay. How about this? Where do you guys see yourself with this podcast in the future?
I'll answer that. You want me to answer?
Go for
it. What I feel and what I think for us is that, we want to obviously be on a bigger platform, than what we are. But I mean, just knowing from, you said next 5 years?
Next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah. I just believe that, with this game, it's so like,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man.
It's like, hey, just find a stay in your lane. I just want us to be able to reach more people with what we're doing at this point. I can't give you a big answer because who knows what 3 to 4 years or 5 years is going to bring. I don't put no expectation on none of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's just me, honestly and purposely. But what I would love to do is just be on a bigger platform where we can reach more people, not just in the U.S., but other countries and stuff like that.
Dope.
Yeah. I think you answered that perfectly.
Yeah. Kind of same.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So you want to let them know your handle so they can see where to get your book and everything like that?
Yes.
And where they can find it.
Peace.
Yes. Handle on IG is performathletic_RCVRY. My link to the book is on there as well. And you can find it on Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and it's called Books A Million. So they can get it on those three different platforms. And then I have it on my shop as well.
Yes.
So, all of my clients, that's where a lot of my clients get the book. They're like, dude, you have the book here. Let me just get it here. And I sell it cheaper at the shop.
Yeah.
They walking in, they paying a price for something else too. So, you gotta kind of give them a deal.
I got to hook them up.
Yeah, for sure, man.
I love to give my clients love.
There you go, as you should, brother.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming through, brother.
Thank you.
And be looking forward to seeing something from you in the future, bro.
Thank you, man. I appreciate y'all. Much love.
Peace, y'all.